Hello, friend. In this episode, I'm going to discuss what happens for those who are resistant to meditation. And what inspired this topic was in communicating to some of the people that I offer guidance to. I see how they've got a pretty thick resistance to meditation, even if they consider themselves already spiritual. And my definition of spiritual is being connected to spirit. So if a person is resistant to meditation, you have to understand that comes from their carnal mind's opinion, interpretation of what meditation is, or even of the experience while they're meditating. When you meditate, you cultivate stillness. And what do you find in stillness? Spirit. So if you're resistant to meditation, in essence, you're denying stillness. And stillness is what offers that connection and understanding and communication with spirit. So how connected do you think those who are resistant to meditation are likely to express themselves? What level of connection do you think they're likely to experience? If their carnal mind doesn't If their carnal mind suggests that meditation is not beneficial or is boring or all these types of things, and they buy into it, if they follow those thoughts and take direction and react because of those thoughts, they're pushing spirit away. They're putting the carnal mind in front. They're putting the ego's interpretation in front and making that more valuable than what is found in stillness. Recognize that all resistance comes from the carnal mind, comes from the ego, right? That includes resistance to spirit, resistance to God, resistance to meditation. All resistance is carnal. It's carnal mind. It's ego. And if you're experiencing resistance to meditation, your job is to surrender it. Let it go. If the carnal mind says, this is boring when you're meditating, you surrender it. You let it go. Meditation is meant to refine the ego out of our mind, not to sit in a spot with our eyes closed and listen even deeper to the carnal mind and respond to it even more enthusiastically. It's to be released. In order to receive and align with God's grace, we have to sidestep giving our attention to that which distracts us from the divinity that's always there, is constant. 444, my phone says. I take that as a validation, by the way. That's the way that I've set it up in consciousness. When I see multiple numbers, 444 or 1111 or 1212 or anything like that. I've told consciousness to show me those as a validation as what I'm thinking in that moment. Yes, consciousness is malleable like that. Meditation is where we go to surrender that resistance, to practice surrendering the resistance that the carnal mind offers. So are you resistant to meditation in the beginning? Likely. Is it boring in the beginning? Likely, because you're coming at it from such a thick, egoistic, carnal-minded perspective that you don't understand the substance and essence of stillness yet. You don't understand the value of it yet. You have to release the perceived value of the carnal mind in order to sink into the true substance of stillness. Anybody can do this. But you have to do it. You can't read about this to understand it. You have to experience it in order for it to give you that depth of wisdom that can't be attained by concepts in a book. When you're reading a book, it's not your spirit reading a book. Spirit's book is in you. That's where your true awareness is going to come. Everything else is external, is trying to maybe point you home. It might be a treasure map. A book might give you the way to practice these things. But the book is never the treasure. The spirit is the treasure. The stillness is the treasure, right? All right, I'll consider that sufficient for this episode. Keep a blessed mind, and you shall be blessed. If you found this episode helpful, please consider sharing it with those who may be ready for its message or in need of a spiritual perspective. If you're interested in personal guidance, either online or via email, in order to better align your practice and experience, helping you to grow deeper spiritually, psychically, as a conscious creator and manifester, affecting all areas of your life, including health, relationships, and abundance, you may contact me at aswithinsoul@gmail.com. If you're inspired to support my works and expanding endeavors in the form of a donation, that would be greatly appreciated and can be done by e-transfer or PayPal using my email aswithinsoul@gmail.com.